Matcha, nuts, and dried fruit. You're just getting more boring by the second.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
I'm like, I'm going to go down this existential rabbit hole until I'm literally sat in the woods, butt ass naked, rubbing twigs together. Episode
14, baby.
Oh my goodness. Choda. What did you say? How do you say it in Italian?
14. It's probably wrong that I'm doing.
How do you say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? In Spanish, and in Hindi, it's choda. Look at us with our multi-link. Episode 14 of Cuntiosity, people. You've got Reshma here.
Oh, and Tia. Hi.
Hi.
Hi there. Hi, how's it going? Oh my God. Oh, no, I'm not starting again like that, no. So, hey. Can I...
Was cooking good looking?
Right, well, like, it's sugar, babe. It's sugar.
Oh.
The point is sugar. Like, you know how I like to start my morning with the biscuits? It's a coffee and sugar. Wait,
hang on. It's not just biscuit. So you have to clarify because when...
No, please don't. Please, no. I'm going to carry on.
Carry on. I've been
biscuits, you're right. I see it because American. Okay, cookies. But they're biscuits. Biscoff. Biscuits. The Biscoff.
How many of them do you start your day with?
Well, about 12.
12 Biscoff cookies. Biscuits.
With 6 with each cup of coffee.
And the coffee's black.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Without any sugar, because I'm dunking sugar into it in the form of Biscoff.
You're right. The coffee is to make the cookie better.
or the cookie is to make the coffee. Anyway, the point is, right, that I always feel slightly, I mean, we know that sugar's bad for you, blah, 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 but like, I just always feel slightly guilty about eating sugar.
Okay.
And then, like, this week I watched David Olusoga on the BBC. He's got like a series of three episodes on Empire. And then I'm reminded again why I feel guilty about eating sugar. Because, you know, like, it's blood on that commodity. There's a whole lot of blood on that commodity. It's blood all over that commodity. And then I got kind of angry, and I keep wanting to give up. But so, like, I was like, I'm giving it up. I started listening to a podcast called Big Sugar. The research has been done by Celeste Headley. And before that, there was like a documentary by Stephanie Black, H2 worker. And I didn't know this. I didn't know this, but and I should know this because this is not new news. This is old news. They get Jamaicans to go to Florida to cut the sugarcane crops.
It's very
Florida. Dangerous.
I don't think they're not shipping it in. They're not importing it in.
No. There are sugar cane crops in Florida.
Really?
And they are yeah.
Did I know that?
And they're You see, it's surprising, is it not?
I may have. It may be locked somewhere in my memory.
Anyway, it's largely mechanized now, but in the 90s, it wasn't yet mechanized, and there were men with machetes chopping away at the cane. The cane is a tough beast to chop at, and many accidents happened. Many accidents happened. Many fingers were lost, toes were lost. Many bad things happened. And then these men were not even paid what they were promised. Like,
question.
They were not even paid.
Was this the Domino's sugar factory? The Domino's people?
I don't know. It didn't go into
predominant.
No, I am
sugar.
aware, but it didn't go into brands. But like sugar generally globally is like, it's a problem. Like, it's like these big lobbyists, and they get all of this funding from the government because they're poor farmers, right? And they need subsidizing from the government. So the taxpayers, especially in America, are paying like billions in tax to poor sugar. Do you know what I mean? And then they're getting these not close enough slave workers, not paying them properly, over from Jamaica, getting injured, and then they pay. Then you have to pay again to buy the sugar. To then get chased by ICE, and then you have to buy the sugar in the shop. And then when you get a problem like diabetes 2 or obesity, they're like, see, this is your fault because you ate too much of the sugar. But they want you to eat the sugar.
Yeah, no, I mean, refined sugar is a crime against humanity. Like, this is not this is, so I
know it's not new.
I don't buy sugar, right? Like, I don't keep any sugar in the house. I don't.
No, me neither.
I avoid it like the plague because I'm like, Indian people have a propensity for type 2 diabetes, and I'm like terrified of type 2 diabetes. So anything that like could cause that, I'm like, don't even bring it in my house. I don't even want to look at it. But I love sweet things. But what you're talking about is now the like existential crisis of how much harm are we doing socially when we have this commodity. So does that mean you're gonna boycott all your biscuits? Like, how far down the existential rabbit hole do we go with this?
Well, I just started the podcast yesterday, and so this morning I was like, that's it. And luckily I finished all the biscuits yesterday, so there were no more biscuits. But sugar is everywhere. There's sugar in my vegan yogurt. Why is there sugar in my vegan yogurt? I have to go and buy a new yogurt that doesn't have any sugar in it. I don't need any sugar in my vegan yogurt.
It's really hard to find vegan products in the UK, particularly the faux dairy products that are sugar free. Mm-hmm. I found that difficult, right? So like I was really struggling with that. It's part of why I wasn't buying any of the vegan yogurt, because I couldn't find one that didn't have sugar in it. Also the milk, like everything has a little bit of sweetener in it. So I'm like, what the hell, man? Can I just have something plain? Like, can I just have the thing I want and not anything added to it?
They have it. You just have to really go and look for it. You just have to really
I'm sure they have it. I couldn't find it. Was like,
it's just not readily available. No, you're not wrong.
It's
not readily available.
No.
They're putting it in everything. And I just think like, so I kind of, when I stopped drinking, one of the books that helped me most when I stopped drinking was Quit Like a Woman.
Alcohol we're talking about now.
Yeah, not water. By Holly Whitaker. Quit Like a Woman by Holly Whitaker. And I loved that book. I've read it 3 times. It's probably the only book in the world that I've ever read 3 times.
You've never told me about this book.
And I just think it's a phenomenal book. It's got the memoir aspect of it, but it's also where it's genius and where it really taps into something that works for me is that it's politics. It's big alcohol, big sugar, big pharma, big alcohol, big tobacco. So like she talks about the similarities of the alcohol industries and their marketing tactics and the tobacco industries and their marketing tactics, and how they, how disgusting it is that they talk about breaking into emerging markets because there aren't yet enough addicts in that country, and they can get a whole new population of people drinking, Smirnoff or whatever it might be. And so and how they try to target drinks to specific people of specific populations, demographics, in the same way that they did with tobacco. And then you get blamed for getting the cancer, or you get blamed for having a drinking problem. You've got the problem. Do you know what I mean? It's very similar with the sugar, I think. So that tactic of bringing it, like making it more of like political, just really helped me with the drinking. Whenever I'd be like, oh, I could just have it helped me with the drinking. And so I'm hoping that this Big Sugar podcast will help me with the sugar.
So have you found any like sugar alternative biscuits yet?
No, it's more radical than that. Today I did not have any coffee. I had a matcha instead, which doesn't want any biscuits. A matcha is a drink that's perfect on its own. It doesn't want any biscuits. If you want something, you might have like, I don't know, a bit of dried fruit and a nut.
All right, dried fruit. I'm not having a dried fruit and a nut with matcha. The thread that I sent you? That somebody called matcha. Matcha tastes like photosynthesis.
Yeah, I love that.
That was brilliant.
And I get it.
Like, yeah, I totally get that. People are great. I don't know who said it.
I totally get that. That was brilliant.
It was so funny. I died laughing. I was like, I have to share this with my matcha queen over there. Matcha, nuts, and dried fruit. You're just getting more boring by the second.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
Although
it's not boring.
Matcha's
It's
a little
gorgeous.
fun. Matcha's a little fun.
And mine has it tastes like blueberries because it has acai in it as well. So it's nice. But I don't have it with milk. I have it just without milk of any kind. Just water. Or coconut milk if I'm having it. No, coconut water if I'm having it cold. Anyway, so just a date stuffed with a walnut, which we discovered together recently, is a lovely snack.
I do like me a date, and I do like me some walnuts. That's for sure. But
and they pair very well.
I did some 11th hour baking last night because I really wanted a cookie, and I just wanted something sweet. And so I was, I threw the ingredients I had on hand into a search, and out popped a recipe. So I was like, let me go try this. So I made these chocolate chip cookies with chocolate chips and walnuts, and I used maple syrup as my sweetener, and they were delicious. It was like a quick bake and go. It was like mix it and make it, and it was just vegan butter, vegan a little bit of vegan milk. They're so good,
stunning.
And now I have all this cookie dough in the freezer.
So helpful, so handy.
I know. I'm like, because you're not gonna make the whole thing. I was just gonna, I'm like, what am I gonna do with all these cookies? So that's what I also like is portion. I like to be able to control the portion, right? So if I make all the cookies, I'm gonna eat all the fucking cookies. Like, let's just be honest.
Same.
So I'm like, just make yourself a couple, and freeze the rest of this for later. So I made a couple, and they were very good. So now I have a little sweet treat option. So maybe I can send you that recipe, and you can make those for yourself, and then you can have cookies in the morning.
But I don't need cookies unless I start having coffee again.
I'm just giving you options, babe.
I love the options. I do. But what is maple syrup? Does that not have sugar in it?
It's comes from the maple tree. It's the sap of the tree.
Okay, and it has no
I don't
extra
use
sugar.
the refined maple syrup. I get the Canadian maple syrup. That's like the pure syrup.
And so here they don't have.
And it comes in different grades, right? There's like grade A, grade B. There's like different grades and qualities.
Oh, like honeys.
Yeah. Oh. But the level of refinement that happens changes the grade of the maple syrup. So.
Got it.
So I don't. That's what I mean. So I use date sugar. I'll use or I will just use dates. Like I could have used dates for the cookies I made last night.
Yes.
But my dates had been sitting in the fridge for way too long, and they were like, I wasn't going to be able to soften. I wanted to make the cookies like right then. So I also use coconut sugar.
That's a good alternative.
Which is a good alternative.
I mean, I don't know, because then. Yeah, politically, I don't, because now I also
listen. If you you can choose to go down this rabbit hole of like, how much harm am I doing with everything I'm doing? Right. What we're doing right now is causing harm. Right. We're using digital technology. We're in everything you're wearing a shirt. Presumably, there's some cotton in it that caused some harm.
Yeah, but don't do that. I'm doing my thing with sugar. Why are you pissing on my sugar thing?
I'm just saying, like, how far down, how many rabbit holes can you go down before you've gone down, before you're living in the woods, like, eating.
I do a lot of offsetting. I don't have children. I don't own a car. So, like, I allow myself certain things. But the sugar.
She's ready for a fight, people. She's ready for a fight. What? Like, what? I'm on your side, bro.
I didn't want the sugar. I didn't need the sugar. We're not programmed. We weren't born to eat sugar like that. It's not natural.
Yeah.
Okay. And moving on. I have a question for you now. Moving on from the big sugar debate. What do you do?
No, we're not just gonna squash it and move on from it because it got a little sticky. We're gonna ask some questions.
Sticky. Was that no pun intended, or was that pun intended?
She's good. She's good. No, I mean, look, I get it, right? Like, I have this problem with a lot of the things, and I'm constantly like, like fucking Apple puts out this new thing, right, for to carry your phone. I don't know what they're calling it. I can't remember the name of it because it's so stupid. It is the stupidest designed thing. They're charging a fortune for it, and people are rushing out to buy it. And it's like, one, do you need it? Like, this is why we're gonna implode in on ourselves as a goddamn planet, because the consumerism is disgusting. And every time a corporation, this is what you're talking about, right? Is mass production, corporate dollars, keep the people oppressed by taking their money, get our tax benefits, right? That we should be getting as individuals. It's every single thing you look at goes down the same rabbit hole. So then it's like, okay, how many rabbit holes can I go down before I'm literally living in the woods and whacking down some wood that not even whacking down, because now we don't want to harm the trees, finding some wood that's already fallen to build myself a lean-to and making a little fire by rubbing some sticks together, because that's where I'm going. I'm going to go down this existential rabbit hole until I'm literally sat in the woods, butt-ass naked, rubbing twigs together. Because everything we consume is, even these sustainable companies, I'm like, if you go down the list of like where they're actually getting things, or where are things being sourced, all this, every single moment of consumption that we are taking part in is destroying someone's life, the planet, some ecosystem, something, every single thing.
Sure.
That's my rants to your sugar rant there.
Okay. I guess that I'm just like, this is something I've been battling to stop for a long time. The sugar.
That's okay. So now we're getting to the heart of it. So you've been...
I said it right at the top, baby. I said it right at the top. So I need an excuse to get rid of it. And the political element, like with Quit Like a Woman, has been very helpful for me. The other thing is, like, my mum, who's stopped drinking since her TIA, has increased her sugar. And so that's made my sugar increase, and I'm just like, I don't need. I've gone through this.
She likes those little chocolate puddings.
They are really good.
Those little Marks and Spencer's cakes,
the vegan ones. Yeah, they're really good.
See, I tried. They were too sweet for me. So that's the other thing. Like, how sweet is sweet enough, right? It's like they were too sweet for me. I was like, okay, I tried it. I could never eat those. But I get it. It's the instinct. We have this instinct to like replace the thing we were doing with something new, right? It's like, but it's often not something better for us. It's like,
no, exactly.
Let me replace the alcohol with sugar, instead of a brisk walk.
You can't have a brisk walk with your coffee. Can you?
You can. They've got I do it. Put it in the little to-go mug.
Anyway, toyking.
Toyking? It's not like talking while twerking.
It's talking while boycotting. Toyking.
Oh, there you go. You may have invented something. Toyking. I think you just named our episode. I love it.
Like, what do you do? What do you do about people whose work you love, like musicians or whatever, who suddenly say something that is very not within your realm of okayness, that goes against everything that that you just wish they hadn't said, but they've said it now, it's out there in the public, everyone's talking about it, but you love their music. What do you do?
It's like do you keep watching Woody Allen movies, even though you don't like Woody Allen and how he operates in the world? Like, it's at what point J.K. Rowling, there's all these different,
but J.K.
creators.
Rowling was really easy for me because I have no interest in her work at all.
But she has a huge global fan base. So it's
I know she doesn't feel the absence of me at all.
So
but...
Yeah, it's tricky, right? It's like at what point, and this, I think this is like this is an ongoing debate that I see people have online all the time. Of like, at what point is consuming that person's creative output just contributing to their harmful way of being, right? Like, and you don't want to be part of that, and you don't accept it. So it's like, I think I have discovered, and social media has been one of the places for me, is like, I started, when you follow people that you like their work. Like there's some writers whose work I like, and I followed their social media, and I was like, I don't like you as a person. Just listening and watching, and it turned me off to their work. Like I don't buy their stuff anymore, or I wouldn't. I'm like, no, I'm not consuming that. It's not. I don't like the asshole that made that, so I'm not gonna look at that. That's kind of where I end up going with stuff.
But I find that I really pick and choose. So like with Miles Davis, for example, I used to love Miles Davis. My mum used to play it when I was growing up, and like objectively an excellent musician. We can't say otherwise. I won't listen to him anymore because I know that he was like physically abusive to women. And so I just don't listen to him anymore. Michael Jackson, I still listen to. I haven't stopped listening to Michael Jackson, but then I'm like, nothing has actually, like, was he ever convicted? But I won't stop listening to Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's tricky territory because it's very you're right. Like it's like there's all these arguments of like payoffs to get people to just stop making false accusations, and then there's that weird documentary. Like you can't put your finger on it at all, and like I would like to believe that he didn't do any of what he's being accused of.
Me too, but that's like selectively deciding.
But then you've got like Diddy, who's doing all kinds of crazy shit. and brought out other artists who are also apparently doing crazy shit with him. Like, it's like, I'm like, is everyone just nuts? Like, I think that's part of it too. I'm like, everybody's fucking nuts. Do you want to say like the musician or what they've said that or maybe
let's go there. So Róisín Murphy of Moloko. Are you familiar with this
I am not.
person? Okay, so Moloko was, I don't know if they're still going as a band, but in the 90s and noughties, I just adored the music. Just banger after banger. Love. Such really great vibes to dance to.
I'd probably recognize it if I heard it.
Yeah. So she's been in and out of controversy, mostly around gender and trans issues. Like,
right.
But I wasn't really following it. I didn't really know. But the most recent comment that she's made is like, there's been some scientific report that she's used as evidence to say, see, it never really existed. It was just made up. And she's doubling down on it as well. And she's got like, because of the style of her music, she has actually got quite a large, or she did have quite a large LGBT following from back in the day that kind of made her, or certainly helped to make her. And like there's a lot of backlash, and I'm just like, I would often just put her on and be going running or whatever. Like she was one of my go-to, like, and I'm like, what do I do? Can I still listen?
Yeah.
What do I do?
See, what I find happens in my brain, it just sort of happens naturally, is I just, the second their stuff comes on, I'm like, I can't, because all I can hear is the rhetoric that they've spewed. Yeah. And then I'm like, I can't, you're get out of my playlist. I can't listen to you anymore. That's how my brain operates. So, but
like, I'm hearing some of her top tracks in my head right now, and I'm like, but that's a banger.
I mean, there's lots of other new bangers out there.
It's true. It's true. It's true. But does it like things like that really make me think, like I'll select a playlist or I'll select a musician and I'm like, I'm not that up to date on a lot of things. It's surprising that the Róisín Murphy thing came across my radar, I could be listening to people that I shouldn't be listening to right now without knowing.
Me.
So it's a bit like what you were saying. Do we
You're
just stop
listening to
listening?
me. You're listening to me. I should be canceled. I cancel. It's interesting because I've been like, like all these Jeffrey Epstein emails have been coming, like they released all these emails, right? So people have been like reading them and posting them and sharing and like pulling out the details. And every second is like, oh shit, who's going to be on that list? Because it's, you're like, it's going to be people that you may have enjoyed their work or really been a fan of, or you just like what they're doing. It's like, oh my god, you too? Like, why is everybody so awful? It makes me wonder. I'm like, what is this crossroads of like success and like weird egomaniacal perverse behavior? Like, what the hell happens there? There's some weird intersection of like, once you hit, people on their way up are way more open and way more inclusive, and the second they hit a certain plateau, they start closing doors and like locking people out and talking trash about populations and saying this isn't cool anymore. Like you're saying, right? Like you probably have a huge group of people from that world coming and attending your shows. Now suddenly, like, you've created some separation from your fans to who you are, because you're probably wealthy enough to not have to talk to normal people anymore. And you go into some weird pocket universe of like crazy talk. Like, I don't know what happens to people when they hit a certain level of, is it isolation from reality? Like, I have no idea. They just start to think everyone is like their toy or their thing that they can manipulate or judge or challenge or question without having any true knowledge. And it's kind of frightening. I'm like, is this just human nature? But then there are beautiful, successful people who are like just good people.
Yeah.
But like every single one, I'm like, every single person that's a big celebrity right now, I'm just always cringing because I'm like, I'm just waiting for some negative thing to come out about them. I'm just waiting.
Yeah. But then again, like, are we saying that artists are not allowed to have, I don't want to talk about abusive situations or, anything, but like, are artists, do we allow them to have opinions that we, are they allowed to have opinions that we disagree with? That is, it's just a weird line, isn't it?
Opinions that you just having an opinion. So first, okay, so there's two things. One, what you said about this performer is she's citing some scientific study. That's no longer an opinion, right? So now you're trying to accredit yourself by backing it up by some faux science, right? So like, an opinion is, I don't like the color black. Well, why don't you? I just don't like it, right? That's your opinion. That's great. That doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with the color black, right? It exists whether you like it or not. That's your opinion. That's fine. But when you start to state something factually, like black is bad because it causes you to do bad things, now you've said something ridiculous. Now we have a problem. Yeah. That's no longer an opinion. Now that is now a judgment founded in some nonsense in your head. That's just not reality based. And now we're going to have a problem because now you've just said a whole bunch of bollocks that I don't want to, I'm either going to challenge you and straighten you out, or I'm going to walk away because it's just not even worth it.
Yeah.
And what you're describing is the latter. Like,
it is the latter.
A bunch of nonsense, and that's not an opinion. That's just you being a judgmental prick for no reason.
It's so unnecessary. Like, it's so unnecessary. Like, why do you even have to publicly chime in here? Do you know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah, I'm finding like anytime I come across somebody that's like, just let people be, man. Like, can you just let people be? If you're not willing to do that, I got no time for you. Like, I just can't, even like in the vegan world, right? Like, people can get very crazy about like, you're doing this harm and you're doing that. I'm like, listen, everyone wakes up and comes to their own evolved thinking when they wake up and come to it. I'm not going to sit here and shame anyone I'm going to give them facts that I know. I'm going to try and support it with like some encouragement. And I'm going to be like, hey, look, when you come out with me, can we just not go to any place that serves me. Well, I'm gonna try and bring you into my world. But I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna give you a hard time about it, because it's just not gonna move you. It's not gonna move you out of that space. And like, I'm never gonna question somebody's experience in their own brain of what their gender is, or what their sexuality is, or what they're feeling, or what they're thinking, or what their emotional state is, or what their way of thinking is, right? Like, people challenge, people with autism, and people who are trans, or people who are gay, or people who are this. And, I was having this conversation with one of my gay friends recently, who was talking about like how much within the gay community there's a lot of this sort of internalized anti-gay, anti-trans sentiment. And you see that a lot as well. So like like everyone needs to stop judging folks for who they are and how they need to be in the world, right? If you're a murderer, that's a different story. If you're an abuser, that's a different story. You are committing harm. You are exercising violence. If you are a gaslighting, manipulative narcissist, like, this is now you are doing bad things in the world. Now you get judged. You get called out for that. But if you're just trying to be, and you're trying to figure out like, how do I feel in my body? Do I feel like a man? Do I feel like a woman? Do I feel like nothing? Is it amorphous? Like, what is happening? That's between you and you. That has nothing 100%. To do with anyone else. 100%. And there's a whole lot of people passing opinions on how you should be with yourself, which I think is completely obscene. Like, who the hell is anybody to tell anybody? We're all just as fucked up. Every single person. I think the biggest lesson I've learned in my 50s is I spent way too much time letting other people be in my head to say, no, you shouldn't be doing this. Oh, you should be doing that. Oh, that's a stupid idea. Or that. It turns out every single person who is giving me that voice in my head is a big ass idiot compared to myself. So like, why the hell was I listening to these other voices? Why do we do that? Like, everyone needs to just get into their own business and into their own, maybe the world would be better if people just looked internally, settled your own shit. Well, don't worry about my stuff. Worry about your own stuff. We'll be in a much better place that way. But alas, nobody's listening to me.
Shall we do a question, my love?
we can do a question. Wait, did I tell you I paid my first tariff? Yeah, I paid my first tariff. Tariff. Am I saying it wrong? Do you understand?
What is a tariff?
Trump and his tariffs. So Donald
Trump's tariff. You have to pay them? I thought it was just like traders.
God damn it, I had to pay a tariff. So you remember, I left the UK I shipped my bags out of the UK on October 23rd, right? Yeah. What is today's date? We are at November 16th, right? So my bag should have arrived within 3 to 5 days, right? They should have, one of them, as we know, got stuck, had to be returned, whatever. They finally sorted it out. They shipped it back over to me. And I had to pay a tariff to get my own stuff. I didn't even buy any goods. There was nothing in that bag other than my own belongings, my personal stuff. But I had to pay an additional, it wasn't a lot, but it was still, for some people, it's on top of the shipping costs, it's a lot of money. So it was like an additional $30 on top of what I'd already paid to ship, just to receive my package. They wouldn't release it until I paid the tariff fee. Great. I just think, to every idiot out there who says, Trump's going to fix our economy and let me pay, like, doesn't understand how tariffs work, you pay for them. Nobody else pays for them. The consumer, the individual, the person making the purchase or sending the good is the one, or receiving the good is the one paying for it. And this misunderstanding that that's not how it works drives me bananas.
No. Like, if you were buying something from the UK, I would understand a tariff, but you are receiving your own property from the UK. I do not understand the tariff.
Yeah, but beyond that, right? There's nothing to understand there. He set up a tariff. Anything coming into the country from that country is going to get charged. That's it. It's just a blanket tariff. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're shipping goods over a certain value, and I think it's like $30 is the value or something. But you have to put a baseline value on your stuff when you're shipping stuff over. So
See, I just got
think
a message from Vinted, right, in the app saying that we'll soon be able to like ship to America, and I'm like, I don't wanna. But I also thought, how on earth is that going to work with the tariffs? I guess everything is under, most things, a lot of things are under $30.
So there are some international clothing swaps that go on, right? Like there are people who organize these things, and people who are very much into the anti-consumerist world will like do clothing swap meetups, and they're virtual and they're international swaps. There are some folks who do that. And they're discovering that they're having to pay tariffs on stuff that they send back and forth, or the receiving party is having to pay because the sender didn't prepay it. There's all this stuff, right? That's like stopping us from staying connected because of the tariffs. It's the thing that gets me crazy is everyone that voted for this freaking pedophile maniac is Orange Menace in the White House. I hate him so much. He's ruined, he's destroyed life for so many people. It's disgusting. I hate this man. It's very hard for me to say that I hate. I don't like to even go there, but I have such like vehement hate for this individual. I won't even say his goddamn name. I hate him. But the stupid tariff thing was, everyone that voted for him was like, oh, he's going to help us. They're going to have to pay. It's like, trying to explain to them, you're going to lose your job because the company you work for is not going to be able to pay that in order to continue operating an international global trade business or buying the manufacturing parts. Who do you think is going to pay at the end? The consumer, the person buying the final finished product, the person buying that car that you're working on, or that computer that you're making, or that piece of clothing that you needed that special thread from China for. Like, that's who's going to end up paying for it. And that's exactly what's happening, to the extent that even your own goods, your own private things that you're bringing into the country, you got to pay extra for. I mean, it's freaking ridiculous. Sorry. I'm so mad about that, clearly. It's just like, I'm very upset that I had to pay a tariff.
So if you had traveled with your belongings, you wouldn't have had to pay a travel. It's because you sent your belongings ahead.
I would have paid the baggage. I mean, I would have had to pay baggage fee to the airline. Somebody would have gotten paid to get that bag to America. Sure. It just would have been, and my back would have been broken because I would have been lugging all of that and my dog. And, there's only so much, when you're gone for several months, you need to take some things with you. I'm not trying to go there and like buy a wardrobe every time I come over or whatever, right? So it's like I wasn't gone for a few days. I was gone for a few months. So, and I was emptying out an apartment that I keep there. So I wanted to bring some stuff back with me. So this is an unusual situation for me, but like, this is being in America sucks. Having to get anything done in America right now sucks. Just everything here sucks. Everything here sucks. You guys get HRT. It's like you don't have to pay for it, right? If you're on the NHS,
you do. Unless you're somebody who qualifies to not pay for prescriptions because of their own benefits or whatever it might be, or like whatever it might be. But otherwise, you do pay for prescriptions. It's like a blanket fee. I think it's £9 something per item. But what they did recently with HRT is give you the ability to pay like a yearly certificate. So you pay this, I think it's like £30 or something a year, and then you don't pay anymore.
So okay,
it's very good.
So that is very good,
and we have to protect it.
So part of it is because the UK's health governance looked at HRT as a medically necessary treatment for women who are in perimenopause, going into menopause, in menopause. Like, they saw the benefits of it and said this has to be a qualified medical need. In the US, that wasn't the case. In fact, they make it really hard for it. They made it very hard for me. This. We've talked about this. They made it very hard for me to get access to HRT. So now our new health leadership, JFK Jr., RFK Jr., whatever the hell his name is, that genius who's not a medical doctor but a quack, they've decided that HRT is a medical necessity to women who are going through, circling the drain of menopause, because it's leading to more divorce.
They're saying it's not a necessity?
They were saying we need HRT because it'll keep more marriages together, because women are losing their minds and getting divorces because of their menopause. I mean, that's one of the, like,
wow.
This is what we're up against here in this. And I mean, having a uterus in America is problems. It's just problems. It's just, and then on top of that, like, so I have good insurance, right? I'm very grateful for that. And I had to jump through hoops because my doctor, because she's a little bit of a my OBGYN's a little scatterbrained. She only revised my prescription for my estrogen, however we say it, and not my progesterone. So I was like, well, I need the other one. And I'm down to like the last 3 tablets. And I haven't been able to get in touch with her office. For some reason, I've just not been able to find her. So I'm like, God damn it. So I like messaged my primary care doctor, because in the UK, I got a replacement patch and, a prescription in the UK, and all I did was go to the chemist. Like, it was easy. He was like, I can do this for you. I had to jump through hoops. Like, my GP was like, I can't give that to you. You have to go to your OBGYN. They have to clear it. I'm like, why? It's a prescription I'm actively on. I just need someone to fulfill the script, and I can't get a hold of her. And I finally managed to get a hold of, I was like watching my pill count go down. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to find like an online alternative or something at the 11th hour. And I finally got a hold of her, and they're like, well, she's gonna need to evaluate your case. And I'm like, no, she's not. She should not have given me one without the other. That's where the risk happens. Yeah. She needs to write me the script. This is not a conversation or a discussion. I need the script sent. And then I got it. And my copay just for the progesterone was $30.
For like how many months?
90-day supply, 3 months. And that was just the progesterone. The estrogen was $100. Yeah. Same thing. So $130 every 3 months versus your annual 30 pounds.
Something like that. No, it's yeah. Davina McCall did a lot of lobbying along with other women a few years ago, and really, I think she was instrumental in getting that certificate passed. Because otherwise, I think it was more likely to be like 20 a month. For the progesterone, one for the. Do you know what I mean? And then whatever else you might be on, if you're also on a testosterone. Do you know what I mean? So it would have soon mounted up monthly each time you got it refilled.
For each script you got. Yeah. Which, I mean, that's the beauty of socialized medicine, though, right? Is like, at least, sure, the cost is always going to be a barrier, but at least your health systems, that your governance that governs your health system said, this should be available. This should be broadly available. We'll leave it to the doctors to decide with who and how much, but it should be available. Right here, it's not the case. So, well, you've got actual scientists and medical professionals leading your health agencies. So, lucky you.
It does depend. I will say this. It really does depend where you live. Postcode lottery, a lot of people refer to it as, because I found it relatively easy to get on the HRT train. I think it was not relatively easy, not like that. It took maybe 3 conversations over 3 months. So like, not just like that, but I know of other people who just are not listened to, who just get, they've been years before being listened to, and then just being prescribed really odd stuff.
Yeah, that was me here. That was my experience here. Well, maybe we'll do an episode just on HRT and like what all of that whole world looks like and feels like. I think we could do a whole thing on that. So you want to do one of the 36 questions?
It's a good one. It's number 2.
Oh boy. Question number 2.
Would you like to be famous? In what way?
Would I like to be famous? In what way? I don't know if I would like to be famous. What I would like to be, yeah, if I, you know what, I like the power that brings. So I would like to be famous in a sort of a raising social awareness of leave people the hell alone kind of a way. Everything I ranted about. That would be what I'd be screeching about on my platform all day if I was famous. I would be using my fame to support people that like to just really speak up for and support people that don't have access to things. And I'd be, you know me, like if I had money, man, everybody would come up with me. Everybody I know would come up with me. So I would use it. I would want to be known for being very outspoken, very on side of the right causes, and generous. I think.
Fame doesn't always come with wealth, does it?
No, but it could easily. I will find a way to make it into wealth because that's how I rock. Wealth that I can give away. I'm not trying to be rich, and I don't need a lot of money for myself. But if I start making a lot of money, everyone I know gets taken care of. Like everybody comes up.
Yeah. I find it really interesting, the fame thing. I mean, I'm an actor, so on some level, I guess that the answer ought to be yes. But like that kind of fame, I think, comes with lots of restrictions as well, in a way, on lifestyle and also just responsibility. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And I also sort of think like everyone wants to be a little bit famous. You know, like ever since like the Andy Warhol famous for 15 minutes comment, which then turned into today's social media, and everyone is a little bit famous or thinks they are. I don't know. Interesting.
I think, yeah, I hear you. Everyone is the star of some show in their head. Everyone is.
Yeah. Everyone should have main character energy.
Well, not everyone. I beg to differ.
No, not everyone. You're so
really
right.
I beg to differ. There are some people who have main character energy who need to chill out and just be a background in the scene. Be a fern in the corner or something. You're a plant. Just don't say anything. I mean, but there are lots of actresses, I'm going to say, who are like famous, but seem to be like living life the way they want and like doing their own vibe, right? Like this, like people like Samantha Morton. Yeah, and like just out, speak what they want to speak and do what they want to do and go where they want to go. I think there's a lot of people like that. So you could be a famous
there's
actor.
A whole ladder to fame, isn't there? Like there's I don't know.
It's how you play it, right? Like,
and some people are way more private than others. I guess with acting, as I want to be an actor, I should say yes, because that's kind of, if I'm going to be on the stage and on screens, then, and in a successful, regular way, then that's, but it's degrees, isn't it? No, that's not I don't know. See, I can't answer the question.
Well, so there are actors
I've answered the question. I have answered the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me.
You'd want to be famous as an actor is what you're saying.
No. I'm saying that
because the question was
kind of a consequence. I think that potential as an actor, the fame is a potential consequence of being an actor, but not necessarily. There are plenty of actors who work a lot regularly, do lots of stuff, but they're not like internationally famous. They're not like,
Well, like, known and famous are two different things.
Well, okay, but like I could say that so-and-so on EastEnders is famous, but you won't know them.
I would say so-and-so on EastEnders is known, but not famous. Famous to me is it's like a bigger thing, right? Like
in recognizable. That case, I don't think I want to be famous. I don't want to be famous.
Yeah, that's actually take back my answer as well. When I made that distinction, I'd like to be known And I'd like to have some power that comes from being known, so I could use my voice in a certain way. But I don't want to, like, being famous. Like Beyonce's famous, right? Like, I don't want to be Beyonce. I don't want to be famous. But like, you know, there are people, I can't think of anyone right now, that are known, that are like, okay, I do like that chick. I like how she rocks. I like, you know, she's not like uber famous. Like you're right, there's degrees to it, but like I'd rather be known and be like a voice that matters than have like, I can't go anywhere and I have to wear dark glasses and please, where's my security? That's not my vibe. I could see you enjoying that for like one day and then being like, okay, I'm done. Can we go back to letting me dance by the ocean side? That would be it. Well, we've done it. We've done another episode, my dear. Again, we post every 2 weeks on Tuesday. So you can find us on all your regular podcast channels. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Come and talk to us. Tell us what Tell us
whether you'd like to be famous and what for. Do you want to be famous? I'd love to hear your views on fame. Right?
Yeah. Right. That would be cool, actually. If we could get some folks, just listen. We know y'all are out there because we get the likes and we know people out there. Just share, hit us with a comment, man. Hit us with a comment.
We feel so lonely.
Do a remix with us and say, hey, here's my take on fame, ladies. And tell us what you think. Is there a difference between famous and being known? Tell us what you think. Engage with us. We love you. We love each other. I love you, Tia.
Love you, Reshma. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.